What's up, everybody? John here. My co-host across from me, Michael Kors. Across from me as well is Bruno. This is certainly cynical. I'm sorry that we didn't post last week.
Whose fault was that?
We had
Want to explain?
We had you really want to run it off the rip, huh? You're still
Let
petty
it rip.
over it.
No, yeah, I'm a little I'm a little wound right now.
So basically, what happened is we actually
what happened was
we recorded it, right? We had a full discussion for a good hour.
56 minutes to be exact.
About to wrap it up, and I think Bruno just woke up, or we woke him up
from his Domino's coma.
And
it was a good show too. Really,
yeah,
it was
very
probably
insightful.
Our best so far.
It was insightful. And then he looks at his computer and he's like, "Bro, it's been frozen. Nothing recorded." I'm like, "I knew this was gonna happen." So I was restraining Michael from trying to fight Bruno.
On a side note, we're having open applications and interviews for a new producing gig. Pay can't guarantee, but at least it's gonna be better than what we have now.
But
God willing,
you know, with me being the person to look at the positive of things, I actually looked at this as a blessing, and I'll tell you why. We actually sat down after our mishap, and we decided like we were gonna go through a different format of things. So I'm taking this time right now, a disclaimer, to let you guys know, listeners, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna move this. We're gonna move our timings, and we're actually gonna move our dates. So we record on Thursdays. We usually get this episode out
on Friday,
mostly
Saturday?
Friday or Saturday, sometimes Sunday because Bruno's Bruno.
We do the best we can with what we have.
What we realized is that from our analytics is that we're not seeing that much people. I noticed an hour is too long for certain people. And when I sit and think about it, I realize, why the fuck would I listen to two people who I don't know for an hour as well? So our new format, what me and the guys discuss, is that we're going to do 30-minute shows. So we're going to do 30 minutes on Monday, release it by Wednesday, and then do another 30-minute show on Thursday and release that by Sunday. Saturday, Sunday, I'm not really sure how that's going to work out.
And hopefully there's going to be like a few days like in between, so
yes.
It'll just like space it out, give us some more stuff to talk about.
So you'll be getting, 3-day interval. You get a little bit more content from us. We're going to be pushing out more content. In that way, we're not giving you it all at once. We'll give it to you little bit by little bit, and then we'll go from there and see how that works. But also, we thanks to the government. So shout out to the government. Shout out to student aid.
That's like our first and only shout out.
Shout out to the loan. To subsidize loans. We got a MacBook. Bruno got a MacBook, and we got a camera. So
wait, hold on. Who paid? Like the taxes pay for that, right? For the
technically we did.
Yeah. So that computer's as much ours as it is his.
I want to thank the viewers for paying for this MacBook.
Yeah, thank you.
And I want to thank
me too.
myself. So can we get a run?
I pay my taxes.
Can we pick up ourselves? Can we give?
Yeah, there we go. Come on, clap it up
for ourselves. Yeah, for paying for the MacBook. And
that's our MacBook.
Yeah, so we got the MacBook going on. We have video. We're
not at the moment,
but we're working on that.
We had another little mishap earlier on, like a few episodes prior, that we were supposed to get visual, but this time should be for real.
Yeah.
Not this episode, but hopefully starting next one, which will be recorded. What did you say, on Monday?
Yes.
And then it'll be released on Wednesday.
What's Monday's date, by the way? Does anyone have a calendar up?
If you give me the 6th.
The 6th? Okay,
so we'll record on the 6th,
February
release on
6th,
the 8th?
We will be recording, and you will see the next episode of Certainly Cynical, which is, this is episode 13?
12.
12? Okay.
We never did 12.
Okay, get off of him about that. Jesus.
An hour.
You have a hard time.
Damn it.
You must have a hard time.
I hold lots of grudges.
All right, man.
And there goes our producer. He walked out.
So what I basically want to reiterate to you guys is that the next episode of Certainly Cynical, will see us with video, and you will see us a little bit more efficient. So our apologies, my deepest, sincerest apologies for having you guys wait. I'm not gonna have you question my apologies. Every time I am sincere, you or someone else says it's sarcasm. So I can't do anything about that.
Well, February 8th, mark your calendars because that's when we're going live and well, not live, but when it's good, the first video episode, 30 minutes, is going to be released.
And you were looking forward to doing video today because you had your little button-up shirt going on.
I did. Well, that's going to be in our trailer.
Trying to impress some viewers. Fucking
I'll tell you, podcasts is definitely better than Tinder in that regard.
It's probably quiet on your Tinder, isn't it?
A little bit.
You get some bots. You get bots.
I love how you laugh at your
You get
joke
bots.
like that.
I deliver the joke, I analyze it, and then I laugh.
He gives it like a hearty laugh.
I'm my own.
This is John.
Listen, I know you're upset because you get bots on your Tinder. It's okay. You missed it. The big news this week. The ban, the Muslim religion ban, color ban, minority ban, rock ban, whatever you want to call it.
Was that a joke?
No. The ban, man.
Start telling me.
The ban. I don't really know much about it except for there's 7 countries that can't come to the U.S. anymore.
Right. There's really not a whole lot to get. They banned people coming in from a lot of these countries. Now, the funny thing about this is some of the ones that weren't banned, like Saudi Arabia, Turkey, right? So those are primarily Muslim countries, right? They have business connections with Trump. So how convenient that their people are still allowed into this country.
Well, let's look at it this way. The first thing is the people who are supporting Trump. They're not saying it's a Muslim ban. They're saying it's a ban on dangerous countries.
Well, let's not forget Saudi Arabia. I mean, I wouldn't say it is, but they were a very dangerous country. That's where Al Qaeda came from.
There's proven fact that the terrorists that attacked on 9/11 were from Saudi Arabia.
Right, Al Qaeda.
The other countries, the 7 countries that were listed, which was Yemen, Libya, Somalia. No, maybe not Libya. I might be wrong. Somalia is in there.
You sure?
Yes.
Syria.
Iran, not Iraq. I didn't see Iraq on there. I saw Iran. I didn't see Iraq. A couple other more that I can't name off the top of my head. I checked it out. In the past 20 years, there's no Americans were harmed by these countries.
The ones that were
are
banned.
on the list.
Right.
So it gets me to ask the question: this is a Muslim ban. Can we agree on that, or would you say? Because people they're saying it's a ban against dangerous countries.
You're actually correct. Libya and Somalia.
Yeah,
okay,
Libya
so I
and
was
Somalia.
right, and Iraq is not on there, correct?
Iraq is on here. Iraq, Syria, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. Or Yemen.
Okay.
Yemen, Sudan.
Sudan. Yeah. Okay. So Iraq is on there.
Right. So primarily Muslim countries.
So we're banning Muslims now.
And they were. What did you say? They were detained at the airport at JFK.
Well, yeah. It's funny because my friend, she's Palestinian, and I was asking her like, "Hey, I just thought about you with this shit that's happening. Is this affecting you?" And she said, "Yeah, my sister-in-law can't leave the country.
She can't leave the country, and then there's other people like
And
families,
family,
people that have their green cards.
They have their green cards. There's
that are being held at the airport.
Yeah. There's students that go to college here that went on vacation, and back to their home. Some of them that went home to like Iran or wherever.
Whenever one of those countries that were banned, right?
And they're coming back to start school, and no, you can't. Sorry. Can't come. The people that had their flights, and when that ban was enacted, they got to the airport and they got detained and got sent right back, and which leads us to these protests at the airport. You have some sit-ins going on in the airport. You have a bunch of people, lawyers.
That's right. They had lawyers come to the airport, right?
Some politicians to try and do something about it. Listen, man. For the people that are affected by this, man, read up on the shit that they're trying on this shit that they're passing, man. These racist acts that they have, because I chalk this up to racism.
More or less xenophobia too.
Yeah.
You know, because it goes back to Mexico too. We'll
You know
get to
what I
that in a
mean?
minute.
But what they're doing is they're having these people that are detained. They have to sign. I think it's an I-407 form. I can't remember what the fucking. It's basically you're signing away your rights as an American citizen. So, if there's anyone who's listening that has anyone that's affected by it, I mean, common sense. If you don't know what it is the fuck that you're signing, do not sign anything. Get a lawyer. Have a lawyer read this shit and clarify it for you. They're taking away motherfuckers' rights. It's upsetting. It almost feels like remember when we were watching remember when you were at school and you're watching the Holocaust movies and they showed you like the pre-shit that happened before the actual Holocaust.
Right.
It feels a little bit like that. You know what I mean? I feel like when I'm looking at these things and I'm reading these stories about it, I'm like, this is pre-Holocausty to me. You know what I mean? So, but hey, man, motherfuckers voted for this guy. Oh, that leads me to my other point. I wish we had a poll to show the people who said Hillary, Trump, it doesn't make a difference who's in office. Mm-hmm. This is the time where it made a difference. Where are those people? Because Hillary wouldn't have done this shit. And if she did, she would have done it on the low.
That was one of her... No, she wouldn't have done that. I mean, I
said in an early podcast that I like my racism up front because it lets me know who to fuck with and who not to fuck with.
Okay.
This is one of those times where I'm gonna backtrack off of it because this is a little bit concerning for me.
Okay. And care to explain, because I'm a little confused where you're going with this.
I mean, you have a leader that's literally saying, "I don't want Muslims in this country," and I actually did that.
Muslims that he doesn't have business with, but I get.
But it's only because of the business aspect. It has nothing to do with
right. Yeah.
It's not like I like Turkish people, but I fucking hate Iranian people.
Right. Exactly. And like I said, there's been actual terrorist attacks from Saudi Arabia, from Arab Emirates.
Not only that, let's not forget, in Saudi Arabia, they're stoning their women and they're cutting people's heads off. And we're like, do what you got to do. Just keep giving us that oil.
And I think like within the last year or so, like it came out like the CIA or something was withholding information about Saudi Arabia's knowledge, like the government of Saudi Arabia, their knowledge about the 9/11 attacks before.
Oh, absolutely,
it happened.
Absolutely. And I mean, most of those people that came over here that received the training, like for flight training and all those things that were for the hijackers in 9/11, they're from Saudi Arabia.
Right.
And they had their visas for Saudi Arabia and they came over here. But yeah, man, you guys voted for this guy. So for 4 years, I already told y'all what I was gonna do. I'm hiding in my phone. I don't go outside. I'm at home. I'm chilling. The only time I come outside is to do this podcast.
And the podcasts are indoors, so it works out for him too.
Yeah, and I go to work and work's down the block, so I'm good. I'm good for 4 years. That's what I'm doing. I'm just in the house.
I feel like John was like one of those kids that his mom just put him in like a giant bubble and just like let him roll around.
I was while everyone was playing outside, I was babysitting my brother, so I didn't really get the chance to go outside. Just a
metaphorical bubble.
Tad bit of my childhood. What else? Oh, our friend Sage Steele. I totally forgot to tell you this earlier.
Boy, again.
So she had to fly to Houston. She's a reporter.
Yeah. I remember the story.
She was bitching
about.
She went on IG and she was bitching about how she had to walk 2 miles to the airport to catch the flight. She almost missed her flight because of the protesters, and she was bitching about the protesters. You would think that the concept of protesting is to disrupt things, right?
That's not the primary thing. I mean, it's to get people's attention. And
how do you get people's attention? By disrupting.
By
disrupting.
I wouldn't say disrupting, John. I mean, I would just say that you're just congregating in the masses and just trying to get the attention of the press and
Okay,
the people
well,
you're trying to
they
reach.
were congregating a lot
A lot, right?
and fucked up the roads, so she had to walk along with other people. And she was talking about how she had to see all these people cry because they have to go on their flights back home to Iraq or wherever. And she basically made it about herself. So the one time where the concept of a protest is to take yourself out of yourself, which is what I've been telling people to do a lot, is to take yourself out from yourself and look at yourself from the outside.
Say that again.
So you want to differentiate yourself from an outside of yourself and see how you are as a person, and if you like what you're seeing as a person, as yourself. Do you like
So look inward.
Look who you are. Yeah, look at yourself as a person. And Sage Steele just, made it about her.
And Dan Le Batard, he ended up calling her out.
I like Dan Le Batard. He's always handling the racial issues, and he's not too too tongue in cheek about it either. He keeps it straight. I like that. It's not I know Stephen A. Smith does it, but I feel like he plays it safe for his job, which I understand.
Who, Stephen A?
Yeah, I understand. It's ESPN. You can't say too much because What's next, bro?
Your friend, the former Attorney General. You want to start this?
Sandy Yates, man. So, she's Obama's pick, right? Her job as an attorney general is to point out the unlawful shit. That's your job. So how ironic is it that as her job is to point out the unlawful shit, she tells Trump, hey, what that ban that you're doing is unlawful? All right, you're fired.
Well, unconstitutional too, right? Yeah.
Look at the irony. You know what? I'm laughing, but I'm really fucking concerned. I'm concerned for what's gonna happen in the next 4 years. I don't know. I really don't know what this country is gonna end up to be.
My question is, who's going to be the new Attorney General?
Probably one of his right-wing, alt-right, left-right, up-down friends. I don't know.
Chris Christie. No, he's not going to do Christie.
I don't know who it's gonna be, Mike.
But it's not going to be good, most likely.
None of these things are looking good. What do you mean?
That's where we're at right now, So it's really bad rhetoric here because it's gotten to the point where he just surrounds himself with people that kiss his ass, and anybody who calls him out, CNN, for example. I'm not saying I agree with everything that they say and do, but CNN has called him out several times recently, and it's just been like fake news, right?
Well, he's pushed that agenda out there, that the news is fake or it's biased.
Well, not Fox News, apparently.
But
Fox News tells it straight.
Right, but the people, or the majority of people that have voted for him have believed this. This is why no matter, he's Teflon. You can't do anything to him.
They actually called him that, Teflon Don.
Yeah, you can't do nothing to him. Like, remember when this was all playing out with him and Hillary, and
right.
I was telling you, the only person who's going to destroy Donald was Donald himself.
But he didn't.
It doesn't. No one gives a fuck. No one cares.
You know what was funny
doesn't
about
matter.
that too?
They had something saying that he allegedly got peed on by some girls, Russian chicks, or that he peed on some Russian girls or something like that. No one cares. It doesn't matter.
I mean, to be fair, that's more gross than anything else. I wouldn't really say that disqualifies you.
Listen, unless he slaps his wife or something like that, then, and maybe we might justify that. We might just justify sometimes you gotta slap a bitch.
Somebody was saying, what's it called? He could.
I'm not condoning domestic violence, by the way. I'm not condoning.
Somebody made a joke. They were like, he could say that he was gonna rape somebody and then rape them. And then somebody would come out and say, well, at least he's a man of his word. That's how it's gotten. And if you see, with Hillary, for example, right? She had the emails, Benghazi. What else did she have? The speeches to Goldman Sachs. And all that stuff.
Hillary had a little bit more than that, bro. Hillary had Honduras. Oh, you don't know about Honduras?
No, I don't go
They
on the
got rid of-
conspiracy websites.
No, they got rid of the leader and they put a U.S. backed leader. It's
Okay.
not conspiracy. They've done this in many countries.
Okay.
I had a conversation with a friend of mine. That they did that with in Chile, with Pinochet. They got rid of the leader who was I think he was a little bit more socialist,
Mm-hmm.
and they got rid of him. They put in another leader, and he's a little bit more he's a nationalist, and he basically took people in these like concentration like camps and did the same thing. And it's been like that elsewhere. There's I was actually looking it up. There was Iran. So when you see people, when you see like clips from Iran, they're saying "Death to America,"
Okay.
because they took out a leader that majority of the people loved. They planned out an assassination, and they put in a nationalist leader, and they end up with a horrible fucking leader. Same thing with a lot of the Latin American countries.
Right. Well, my point here is, though, I mean, with Hillary, with the stuff that she did, it all stuck with her from the moment that it happened. I mean, you have to understand that, like, Benghazi was, like, what, 4 years ago? And it's still coming up, right?
So
And it sticks with her. But the stuff with Trump, it was like, oh, that's not a big deal. That's not a real issue.
'Cause you know
Alternative
why-
facts.
you know why, right?
Fake news.
you know why, right?
Why?
Because he's celebrity in chief.
Meaning?
He's
I know what it
fucking
means. but-
celebrity.
Okay.
We don't expect shit from him.
But it doesn't matter. I mean, he was still a businessman first. I mean, look what
understand.
happened with Trump University. I mean, he frauded a lot of people.
Did you hear what most people said when they were talking about their taxes? Like, remember when he said he doesn't pay his taxes?
He doesn't pay his taxes.
Do you know what the fucking supporter said?
What?
I don't pay some of my taxes either.
That makes him smart.
This is the morality of the country that we live in.
Right. And you know what's funny? Just to go on like a brief segue. I was going back to work, right? So I was driving on a pretty commercial road.
Yeah.
And there was a bad accident, at least a 3 or 4 car pileup.
Mm-hmm.
So I could barely see, but it was like on the opposite side of the road. So I was heading eastbound. This is coming westbound. So there's a truck overturned, right? Like a small SUV overturned.
Right.
And there's about 2 or 3 other cars that got pretty messed up too.
Right.
And all the traffic is stopped. There's cops blocking the road and everything like that, right? And people are just standing there like on their phones and going, "World Star," like, really?
Yeah, but this is where
This is what it's come to. I
Where
mean, this was
we're-
today.
we're
This
at.
wasn't. Yeah.
this is where we're at. People rather record things on their phone. There was a sidebar. There was a
Like,
video.
where's the morality anymore?
There's a video of this guy beating up his fucking girl on the road, and they're just fucking recording this. Like, they didn't step in or anything like that.
Right.
This is where we're at, man. I'm staying in I'm cooling it in my house. It's going right back to me just cooling it in my house.
That's it.
Yeah, we gotta do that. We gotta do that for 4 years. So, y'all voted for this nigga.
So, well, just to go over some of the other things that he's done, right? He withdrew from the TPP. Thoughts?
No, because he said he wanted countries back or jobs in U.S. soil.
Yeah, exactly.
so
and you know what? Like,
I said okay.
it's not. I think that was good. That there's.
I was like, okay.
That there's no real like. That in my opinion, the TPP just kind of like created more work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, and then there was other things like NAFTA that didn't work out either. So, all right, you want to do away with TPP. All right, maybe that's for the best. We'll put something else better in place, as you say. All right, we're fine there. Then he put a gag order on the EPA and other government organizations.
Which
as
is
well.
what I said I'm mainly concerned about right now.
Right, exactly. There's anomalies right now, and there's things going on in the environment. Why is it a fucking secret?
Not to downplay any other problems that's been happening so far. Like the Muslim ban, racism, women's pay gap, all that stuff. Concerns on all of that. But right now, I've been saying this. We need to focus on climate, because if we don't have a fucking Earth to live in, then we have nothing else to discuss.
Right. Why are we silencing
We're
the
not even
scientists?
talking about podcasts. We don't even have a podcast to talk about.
Right. And a lot of scientists are saying that we don't have a lot of time. It's not even like, okay, well, in 4 years when Trump gets out, Trump gets out.
Yeah, we'll just wait.
Yeah, and then in 4 years we'll get a Democrat in or whoever will come in and then they'll take care
There's
of it.
no reverse.
That's 4 more years worth of damage.
There's no reverse global warming. You know what I mean? Like what you did already is done to the earth. You can't.
Right.
You can't go back. You can't like reverse it unless you had a time machine.
Right. Well,
so we might not even have an Earth in the next 4 years. Great.
Conceivably.
Great.
So,
oh man.
In addition to that,
boy, we're really cynical this week.
Well, that's what the world has come to. I mean, I would rather not be, but that's just how it is these days.
Sorry, kids. It's not unicorns and rainbows. Life is not about all those things.
Well, if you ask our producer, he might say differently because he looks like he's having a nice little slumber. Get your beauty sleep, dude. Your much needed beauty sleep.
We're about to wake his ass up.
So as far as what else Trump did, he has gone on with his little Mexican wall that he's going to build, and he said
he's going to be deporting the flat booty Mexicans.
Okay. Was that a joke?
It was he didn't see the fucking meme? It's like the fake Donald Trump Twitter handle?
No, I don't quote memes.
Oh, man.
But
you're not living, right?
So
how do I give like some such prolific good advice and then I just turn I turn into some child? I'm goofy.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
I'll tell you, and I'm still mad about that last episode because that was like a perfect like switch from like seriousness to just
goofy.
Yeah, just downright stupidity. It was just like you couldn't even like see like the changes. It was so subtle.
But I'm very good at that though.
Yeah. Probably one of the best I know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Wasn't a compliment.
Whatever. I'll
All
take
right.
it.
So he says
it's an alternative compliment.
He says he's going to build the wall, and one of the main things in his campaign was that he says that Mexico's going to pay for the wall.
Right.
And now he's turned around.
Where are we at time, Bruno? Where are we at time?
The TV.
Continue, Michael.
So now it turns out that Mexico's not going to pay for the wall so much as we are.
Go ahead.
So
fucking producer, man.
Oh God. So the way that he's gonna do this, right, is he's gonna put a 20% import tax on the crap that we get from Mexico. Okay. So people are confusing this and saying, well, Mexico's gonna have to pay more. So there was an analogy that somebody said to this, and this is kind of like how it is. So somebody from Mexico sells, and I think it was like an avocado for $5.
Jose from Mexico sells an avocado for $5. You times it by 20%. I know most of you don't know math, so I'll break it down for you.
So arrogant.
5 times 20 is some type of number.
All right, let me take over from here. I don't want you to hurt yourself. All right.
Wait, so Mike, let me finish my story.
No, because you don't even know what you're talking about. All right. So $5, 20% tax, that's $1. The U.S. takes that $1, right? But you're still paying the $1. You're paying $6 on what would have been $5, right?
So we're paying for it.
So essentially, yes, if you're buying goods from Mexico, which a lot of our goods are from Mexico. Well,
hold on. We're not buying the goods. The companies here that are buying the goods from Mexico are paying $6 for the avocado.
Right, but then they're going to raise their prices.
Is going to raise that price. Therefore, you, as the American consumer, is paying for the wall for Mexico.
So they're going to increase the prices of avocados and other Mexican stuff. And you thought extra guac from Chipotle was expensive before.
Well, I don't really fuck with guac, so it doesn't matter. I'm good with that. But those tortilla chips, nah, bro. You're going to have to eat some fucking Lay's chips now.
Are you talking about Chipotle chips?
No. I'm just talking like
chips
like Tostitos.
Oh.
Is that from Mexico?
I don't. You see, that's it. You could just be an American company, slap a Spanish-sounding name on it, to John, it's all the same.
Get Lay's. Yeah. Get Lay's. And
that could be a new slogan.
Hey.
So, In addition
Hit
to
us up,
that,
Blaze. We got you with a slogan.
In addition to that, the 2 pipelines are going up. Dakota Access and Keystone XL. What
Hey.
a surprise. The head of our EPA is going to be Scott Pruitt, most likely.
Hey,
so
man.
This is where we're at. So
Remember when we were younger and the way that the president was explained to us was like this really huge, honorable person with class and dignity,
What-
poise.
I don't even know what those are anymore.
That shit's all a sham, man. That's really what it is.
Yep.
It's all a sham. All of them. Every single one of them. They go in there and they get their money up and they said peace. That's it. I can't hate Donald for his hustle where he wants to ban. He's going to ban the 7 countries, but not ban the other ones that they have business with them. This is where we're at right now.
Yeah, he's a businessman first, and you know what else is funny about that? So
He's
now
saying
he's
fuck up Native Americans.
now he's. I heard he was storing information now on his little Google account.
Even better. Why not?
But that was the whole argument against Hillary, was that like she was fucking with the emails and like putting national security in jeopardy.
But remember when I said that everyone's a hypocrite at some point?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Well, Teflon Don too.
It doesn't matter. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
So
It goes back to it just doesn't give a fuck. What are you gonna do, man? So our favorite topic, women, Nubian queens, white Nubian queens, Mexican Nubian queens, POC Nubian queens.
I'm gonna stop you right there because you're just gonna keep going.
The march, the women's march. They weren't marching to the kitchen. They were marching outside. But you know what? To be
I
honest
can't
with
believe you get away with some of this
you know what? Because I'm misogynistic. No, I'm not misogynistic. You know what? To be honest with you, I like that protest. And I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why I like women protesting.
Last week you were so like gassy about it.
No, why are you putting a false narrative out there?
Don't act like I'm putting a false narrative
You're putting
out there.
a false narrative out there.
You were anti
No, I
last
was not.
week.
So
All right, go ahead.
So
explain yourself.
So I'm sitting down and I'm thinking about the protest, right? And I was looking at videos of these women protesting. You know what's the one thing that they have in common?
They're women?
Besides that, yeah, they're women. Some of them had some back fat, but
That's fucked.
they were peaceful. If you take men and you have them protest, they're gonna flip shit and they're gonna fucking burn shit down because men have fucking egos. Women have egos too, but in a different light, and we're not gonna get on that because we're not on. I'm not gonna even touch that subject. I'm gonna get killed by women.
You've said enough. You've
enough.
sealed your fate. You've done enough.
Women, I love women.
I have women in my family. Of course I love women. What do
My
you
favorite woman is my mom. No, listen. They were all organized, you know. They all came out for the same purpose. There was no ego shit involved. Or, you know, I liked all of it. I like all of them coming together. You didn't see, it wasn't like, you know how there was Black Lives Matter, how you would see like it was just a bunch of blacks. It was like a Muslim march. There would be a bunch of Muslim. This was women of all different colors, all different shapes, sizes.
And there was men too.
And there were men too. Yeah. Do we think the men were there in solidarity?
Some might have been on a pussy hunt, but
Mike, you look like you would be there for the fucking for a hunt.
oh man,
You look like you would be. You look like you would be. You would be one of those for a hunt.
Somebody said,
Yeah, women's rights.
Hold on. Did you ever hear? It was a joke that somebody said. Hold on, listen. It was like this guy said that he gets women at the women's rallies, and he said like one girl asked him, "What do you think of women's rights?" And he says they're better than women's wrongs. And then they had anal. It's like all right.
Oh man, listen. These are all jokes. I just want viewers, please, or listeners, I should say, podcast listeners.
Oh, viewers as of next Wednesday.
Don't get too excited.
You have to see John's ugly face. Ooh.
I
I don't have to suffer alone.
listen. all jokes aside, I like this because I saw solidarity, and this is what we need, and especially during these times, we need more people coming together, and in groups, not just based on race, based on gender, of all colors and all shapes and sizes. You know, we get Muslims and we get the blacks, the Hispanics, the whites, all of them all together that have a common issue, and you fight good against bad. That's just how it should be. So, you know, shout out to everyone at the Women's March.
Right, and this was about equality as much as it was making a stance. It was, you know, for equal pay, and just also like a little shot to some of the people in government just saying we're not going to tolerate the bullshit. You know, so it's about getting a message across.
Yeah,
and I think that's what they did.
Did they?
I think so.
I think what they need is they need a leader.
That'll come.
They
in
need
time.
a unified leader. Maybe not a unified leader, because they're gonna argue on who the leader's gonna be. But leaders, plural, and then have discussions with our celebrity in chief.
It's gonna have to be another celebrity. That's the only type of people he relates to. So
I said that shit last week, and you were like, "Huh?"
I never said, "Huh."
Yes.
Show me the audio.
I can't because of fucking WikiLeaks over here.
So, all right. So you know who else could use a leader? Well, a new leader.
Who?
The Knicks.
Listen,
it's that time of the day again, folks.
Sports segment. Take it away.
Boy.
Oh, before we touch Knicks, what do you think about LeBron's comments? LeBron and Barkley.
Barkley, if I'm not mistaken, LeBron basically said he needs another playmaker.
Yes.
I don't understand what that means. I thought that between Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, Kyle Korver, Richard Jefferson, the list goes on, really.
I think he wants.
Isn't that enough?
He wanted another point guard, if I'm not mistaken.
He already has a top 5 point guard. What else does he want?
So Charles Barkley said, "You need to stop whining."
Yeah, Barkley, that's his answer usually to everything. Stop bitching.
Right.
Only I can bitch, is basically what he said.
And then LeBron fired back, and he's like, he shouldn't be talking, you know. He basically snapped on Charles, man. My question, are you on Charles' side or are you on LeBron's side?
Little bit of both, because Barkley's shown over the past that he's been overly critical of LeBron. But at the same time, like I said, between all, like, they have a super team. The Cavs.
I like LeBron snapping back.
I do too.
I like snapback LeBron. I like
Barkley's
clapback LeBron. I like clapback
Barkley
LeBron.
needs to be quiet, but LeBron, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. That he needs
wants
a playmaker. He's got two.
I guess he wants.
He's got two solid all-stars.
He is a playmaker himself.
Right.
And he has Kyrie.
Yeah, and Love is a borderline all-star, right? Meh.
We're gonna get to this with fucking Melo because I'm salty as fuck. But going on, I'm gonna say both, but I'm gonna have to side with LeBron as much as I like Chuck. I think he's just salty.
I don't agree with either of them.
What?
I think that LeBron's being a little bit of a bitch, and Barkley just needs to butt out.
I'm gonna have to agree with LeBron, because
that he needs a playmaker.
No. That he can let him whine about it. That's fine. Since he got drafted, they've been on him. Everyone's been on him, and he's been cool. There's no scandal with LeBron, except for Delonte West. The jokes are still flying. And he's been kept in, he kept quiet about it. He hasn't said anything or anything like that. He throws some shots here and there, and you can see the shade. But otherwise, he hasn't said anything until now. So I like clapback LeBron. Go ahead, let them niggas know, LeBron. Let them niggas know.
So
now going back to what you were talking about with Melo.
Right. The cool thing is that the Cavs may or probably may not be.
No, they didn't. Now
here's Melo.
No, here's where I'm salty. NBA.
Okay.
We gonna act like y'all don't want Melo? Like Melo ain't shit. Really, NBA?
He's like a Stephen A. that curses.
Really, Celtics? You guys guys want to score, and your main scorer is a 5'4" point guard. Not saying anything bad about it.
5'4" point guard that puts up 40 points a game.
You rely on one guy to score, and it's going to be your point guard. You want a scorer, right? Melo's a scorer. Take Melo and give us a fucking number 1 draft pick. What's hard about this?
John, Melo comes with melodrama.
With what drama? He has no drama on the court. He's good he's good
John,
outside the court.
Bitches.
Besides him being a ball hog, which I believe is the system that he's in.
But then he bitches because then look, here's what happens. Look, when you're the star of a team and you lose, you're gonna get shit. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter if it's LeBron. Doesn't matter if it's Steph.
I understand that.
Okay.
But my point being is that it's based on the system. If you tell him, listen, I need you, this is going to be revolved around you and Isaiah. That's it.
Right.
That's all you have to do is say that.
All right. So
problem is that he's in New York. He's from New York, so he's thinking, I gotta carry. I'm in my hometown. I gotta carry this on my back. All these other niggas around me suck, so I gotta do it myself.
Right.
If I move you to Boston, the attention's not on you anymore because Isaiah's got the attention. Y'all share it because y'all both top scorers. So why not? Give us the fucking number 1 draft pick. Stop being a bitch.
And then
give us Avery Bradley too.
And then they want to. No, that's too much. I wouldn't even trade a number 1 pick for Melo.
Clippers. Oh, we'll trade Melo as long as you don't disrupt the big 3. The fuck you guys got going on? You want to trade Melo for J.J. Redick and Austin Rivers?
The Clippers need to break up their team, but that's another rant for another day.
You're going to trade Melo for J.J. Redick and Austin Rivers? I don't want Doc Rivers' son.
I don't even want Doc Rivers.
Fuck Doc Rivers and his son.
So, all right. So now what about the potential Cavs trade?
I don't want Love on my team.
All right, so you're pissing me off now. So as a Knicks fan,
no,
where do you stand during all this?
No. Besides passing the ball, tell me what else Kevin Love can do, that Kevin Love can do that Melo can't do.
Rebound.
Melo grabs boards.
Love grabs him a lot better.
Melo. No, Love can't. No, as of the season, no. Kevin Love lost weight. He's not posting up in the paint as much.
All right.
Cleveland don't let Love post up in the paint. They haven't passed it out.
All right. Well, that's the system that he's in. Maybe if he's in a new system, it can help him better. It can
Melo don't
help
pull up
him
for
utilize.
Threes? Melo doesn't pull up for threes like Kevin Love does? All right, exactly.
Yeah. Look, I don't really care what happens to him.
Phil, but baby, listen to me, Phil.
Okay, so tell us, as a Knicks fan, where do you stand in all this?
Phil, baby. I know you broke up with your girl. I know things have been tough, but I'm gonna need you to pack your shit and get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm gonna need you to
take you and your baby mama with you,
and I need you to take Hornacek with you too. It's a system. If I had to pick it between Phil Jackson and Carmelo, I'll keep Carmelo.
I really don't understand this. How long has Melo been with the Knicks for?
System. I don't know.
A long time, at least 5 to 7 years.
I want to say 5.
More.
Maybe more.
I feel like more. But where have they gotten? And they've had several different systems. I mean, you had before that, you had D'Antoni. That didn't work. You had Brown. That didn't work.
The whole office sucks. We're not even
before
counting Fisher.
Jackson.
Fisher sucks ass.
They all sucked.
That's why I'm saying the whole organization sucks ass.
But they keep rotating management and coaches, but that doesn't seem to be working.
So it's not the team. It's obvious. Listen.
No, it's obviously
if I'm the
team.
No, it's not it's the team. Yes, but it's not the players of the team. It's the management.
But they've rotated management and office, and that doesn't work either.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna get rid of every team? You're gonna get rid of all the team members?
I'm gonna get rid of the ones that haven't made a difference since they've been here.
He's their fucking scorer. He's a top scorer on that team.
Scorers can be replaced
with who?
Other scorers that can work better in the system.
But there is no system to be put it as. Their system sucks right now. This triangle shit isn't working that they've been pushing for the longest time. They're playing half-court ball like we're in the 90s. We're not in the 90s anymore.
Okay, well, here's a better question for you. All right, so they've been rotating the office. They've been rotating their coaching staff.
I'm going to tell
Way
you.
too much, but hold on. Name one player on the Knicks, besides Melo right now, that's been on the Knicks 5 years ago.
I can't. They
Exactly.
rotated them.
Because they keep rotating. Who's out of
Because
everybody there? Look at everybody in the team. Stop. Front office, coaching, players. Look at everybody who's been on that team in all their like glory, pretty much, and all their misery for the last, I don't know, 7 years.
Get the stars.
Who's the common denominator there? Melo, and they're still losing.
You're talking about the last 5 years. They've been sucking for the past 15.
Well, we're talking modern history, so let's just say last 5 years, right?
You're what, 23?
22.
Okay, I'm 22. Past, let's say 10 years.
Okay.
So from when we were 12, they still sucked ass.
Okay.
Melo wasn't on that team, so we're still gonna blame Melo?
But Melo was on the team for the last 7 years.
I understand that, but based on from 10 years ago, they sucked.
Right.
They don't suck as much as they sucked 10 years ago, is what I'm saying. They have a good start, then they flunk back into their old ways. Then they have a nice little run, then they flunk back into their old ways again. Why are we even talking about Melo? Get rid of Joakim Noah.
Bottom line, I don't think he can lead the team.
Joakim Noah looks old.
He is old.
And I like Joakim Noah. I like his spirit. I like his attitude. But you can't be throwing the attitude when you miss an easy layup. Get rid of Joakim Noah.
All right, so ideally, if Melo has to be traded, where would you send him and who would you get for him, realistically? Or would you not trade him? What would be your first? Probably not trade
I
him.
was the owner of the New York Knicks,
Well, the manager, but go ahead.
I would get rid of Phil Jackson.
Okay.
I want to implement a system that is going to work around full court ball, not half court like we're in the fucking 90s. Okay? You don't have a Jordan or a Kobe on your team, so you can't do this. You can't implement the same system. Okay? Stop this triangle bullshit. All right? The last couple games that I've seen them playing has been pick and roll offense with Jennings, Hernan Gomez, and Kristaps just started in last night, but they had whoever was at their 5, they did that. I forgot who it was. So I would work on this is what I would work on. I don't know who I would put as a coach. I liked Kevin McHale on the Houston Rockets. I don't know how that would work in New York.
Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson was in Golden State, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind Mark Jackson either. And I try and give Melo a chance, but explain what his role is on the team. That, yes, he's a vet because he's been in the game for a long time. Yes, I think you're a good player, but you need to share the rock a little bit more. And also start building up Kristaps because he's 21. We can't build it. We can't.
Jesus, he's 21.
He started when he was 19. He got drafted when he was 19.
Yeah, that's right. They drafted him young in Europe.
And he was, he's 7'1". Take advantage of his fucking height. Put him at the 5. Why are you putting him at the 4?
Well, because he's a twig.
But you can still put him at the 5. He overshadows every single center.
I mean, but if you look at some of the other guys who were like over 7 foot, in recent times, you had guys like Shaq. But Shaq was strong.
Shaq was a big ass black dude.
He was a tank.
Yeah, I understand.
And what about Tyson Chandler? He was another one that was pretty big.
Yeah, I understand that.
Who was the one from Indiana from all those years? He was good, but then he fell off.
Jermaine O'Neal?
No. Well, him too, but no. He was big. That's going to bug me. He was a big mouth too. I know his number too. I could see his face. 55?
Oh, no.
Not Gilbert. It's going to bug me.
Not sure, bro.
He was big. He was like 7'3" or something.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
That's how I would work it around and have these rookies play, man. Have these rookies play and get their play time so that we can, because it's a new era with these rookies. You might as well get them played. What are you gonna do? You gonna have them sit on the bench all the time and then draft them not draft them, but trade them for like some other fucking unknown people? let him play and see how it works out. Hernan Gomez is looking nice. I like Jennings. I like Kristaps. Those are a good
they
three.
have good young pieces.
That's a good three right there. I'm not gonna put my money on Hernan Gomez because I don't know too much about him, but he's looking good right now.
Yeah. Yo, by the way, the guy who I was thinking of, Roy Hibbert.
Oh, I thought you said long ago.
No. I said like recent recent times.
That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, within the last 5 years.
Okay.
I mean, he fell off recently.
Sorry.
But look at the
I
size
think he's
of
in
him.
Lakers now.
Who cares? He really.
He's second
he
on
fell
Lakers. Moskov is starting, I think.
Right.
Shit, Moskov would be nice in New York. But anyways,
happening. So, all right.
Go ahead and talk about your team.
All right. So while your woes and struggles continue, you know what's funny? Somebody, I think it was like Bleacher Reporter. Somebody, they put the Knicks struggles continue.
Yeah.
And struggles with a capital L. Struggles. Continue.
Yes, I'm gonna take the L, man. It's hard. I keep every single time I watch the game, you see me post afterwards. I'm like, it's a hard time to be a Knicks fan right now.
I feel like I've heard between like Stephen A. Smith and like all these other like New York commentators, like
it's
so
very
many.
hard time to be a New York Knicks fan.
And it's been like I've heard that over and over. It's like a cliche at this point, but it's not a. I wouldn't say it's a bad.
Can we get
time.
Joel Embiid? am I asking for too much?
All right, I'm moving on because you're just not being realistic. So
should have traded him when he was still on the bench.
Well,
they would have got rid of him.
While the Knicks are trolling, the Heat are rolling. We won 9 straight.
Look at your Miami Herald headline.
I know, I rhymed too.
The writer press.
So we've won 9 straight.
Like you played for the team.
Right, yeah, I am the team. I'm not embarrassed to be seen with my team like you are.
Okay.
Wouldn't wear a Knicks hat in public. You kidding me? So anyway, 9 straight. Now, even though we've won 9 straight, that still puts us at a record of 20-30. So
what seed are you guys at right now?
We've won 9 straight, putting us at 20-30. That puts us right under the Knicks, who are 22-29. The Knicks fell to number 11.
And we were at the number 3 seed like a couple months ago.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
9
the
fucking
Heat,
losses in a row.
The Heat, with 9 wins in a row, are at number 12. So we're challenging you for that number 11 spot. I feel it coming soon.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think we play Philly.
And you're probably going to get beaten by Philly. I don't know. Have you seen Philly been playing?
Embiid
Philly been playing,
versus
boy.
Whiteside.
Philly been playing, boy.
I don't know. It's going to be a good matchup. But look, hey,
Miami got a good defense. Let's clarify this.
Yeah.
Their defense is freaking amazing, and you can win games off of defense. Problem is you guys have 0 offense.
Well, that's not true. Dragic has been putting up numbers lately. I haven't really heard much from Whiteside.
I need consistently. He's not consistent.
Waiters was hitting a few buzzer beaters.
And then he gave that bullshit answer. Not answer, but that bullshit statement. If I go 0 for 30, it's because I continued to shoot and I didn't give up. What? If you go 0 for 6, it's time for you to pass the ball, Dion. That's not how basketball works, buddy. You don't shoot 30 times and miss 30 times and expect to be, I have heart. No.
You see, John gives life advice and basketball tips, too.
I'm going to be the fucking basketball dad, bro. I'm going to be that basketball dad.
He's going to be like in his 40s with like a beard and no hair and just like coaching the high school kids.
Wait, hold on. Paul, nope. I'm having my hair. My hair is amazing. A full, thick.
He's got
West
like Jimmy
Indian
Butler hair.
I
Like,
don't have Jimmy Butler
bro,
hair. Don't try me like that. Do not try me like that. My hair is not nappy. No offense to people with nappy hair.
John is black, by the way.
Whatever.
You can't tell it by the way he talks or conducts himself.
Whatever. Oh, because I talk white? Is that what you're going to tell me? So that's what you're going to say next? Say it. Go ahead.
Moving on.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
All right. Well, this one I wanted to talk about. So, unfortunately, your Patriots ended up going all the way.
Unfortunately?
Mm-hmm. My Cowboys
You're a
fell.
hater.
My Cowboys fell a little short, but we're working on it. It's a work in progress.
There's nothing to be ashamed of, by the way. I just want to let you know, you guys had a great season.
Yeah, we did.
With
Kick
two
ass.
with two rookie QB and a rookie running back.
Yeah.
Great season.
So, well, we're gonna look to hit it harder next year, hopefully.
You guys just ran into.
To what?
Who'd you guys play? New York? No, you guys playing. You play Packers, yeah. Yeah, you guys ran into Aaron Rodgers. There's nothing you can do there.
Bullshit.
There's nothing you could have done there.
No, well, the Falcons made short work of them, and now they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know. I think troubled Aaron Rodgers with family issues was playing that day, and not Aaron Rodgers.
The Aaron Rodgers with cable.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Anyway, so now here we are. We're in February. I can't believe we've actually made it this far.
It's that time of the month.
Super Bowl time.
Super Bowl score predictions.
Okay. That's a little bit more in depth than the question I was gonna ask.
Well, before I get to that, and I'm surprised because you like to poke fun of me about being a Pats fan and Patriots being cheaters and Patriots fans being okay with cheating.
Mm-hmm.
So the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons, Mike Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan.
Whatever.
Mike's the dad.
Whatever.
The Hall of Famer versus his kid. Doc Rivers and Austin Rivers.
Both light-skinned niggas. Did you saw?
They're total losers.
By the way, I forgot to say they both got double technicals on one game. It was hilarious. Yeah, it was hilarious. But so media day. Brings out his backpack. Loses his backpack. What do you think was in the backpack?
Well, if it involves the Patriots, I would say it's a playbook.
The offensive playbook for the Atlanta Falcons was lost.
The playbook that puts up 30-something points a game is lost.
Yes, and it was gone for like a good hour, and then it was returned by the media, by someone from the media.
Not before a quick stop to Klinko's.
I'm surprised you didn't say Belichick wasn't screenshotting that shit on his phone.
Did you see somebody? What was it? They said like it turns out a reporter ended up taking it. So they took a picture of Bill Belichick like in his typical hoodie, and it says reporter, like in quotes.
You know what? It's okay.
And he's just like looking around, looking all suspicious.
It's okay. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. I'm just surprised you didn't even get on that and start picking at me about that because I know you love doing that. But
what was it? The Kermit meme, and it was like what's it called? Just leave it alone, and then like the other me take his playbook. So there's pre-backpack score and post-backpack score. Okay, pre-backpack score, I say they're put up their usual 30.
So you're saying that?
No, I'm kidding.
Falcons gonna win?
Look, I'm kidding. At the end of the day, the reporter took the back. I was the first one to call bullshit on that because as soon as they put they implicated, it was like NFL website or like ESPN, something sports related, like one of the big media sites.
Yeah.
They put like a hashtag backpack gate. And I'm like, oh, goodness gracious. Like, they're really going to make this about the Patriots. I mean, at the end of the look, they're assholes. Mike Tomlin said it right. But it's innocent until proven guilty. So.
Oh, wow. We're actually following the Constitution. Wow.
Okay.
An alternative America.
Alternative facts.
We're following the Constitution. Okay. Cool. Proud of you, Michael.
Well, let's not mistake my empathy in this situation for any of the past wrongdoings from the Patriots. They are a bunch of dirty, filthy cheaters. So it is what it is. I'm sorry, but all right.
So they're winning, is what you're gonna say this Sunday.
Yeah. I say that it's gonna be cheaters.
And that's
28.
Mike. And that's Mike with the sports. Thanks, Mike. Back to you, Craig.
Cheaters 28. Falcons 24. No, I'm kidding. 28-24 Patriots.
28-24?
That's fair.
31-20.
31-20 who?
Pats.
With that ugly little smirk. I'm sitting in the same room as a Knicks fan and a Patriots fan. And it's the same person. Oh, man. I thought you were just ugly on the outside.
Says the guy who gets bots on Tinder.
Oh, yeah. That's what you think. All right. So you're saying Patriots are going to win. How's the halftime show going to go?
Who's watching the fucking halftime show?
Who's watching Lady Gaga?
There was a petition for Migos, and I signed that petition, by the way.
He's-
Yeah, I really did sign that petition.
Oh my.
Where are we at time? I can't see.
7 seconds, kid.
All right, well, we can go over like 2 minutes. Yeah, man, I'd like to see Bad and Bougie. They have hits. They got Versace. They got Chinatown. They got
Wait, was Versace was the
Versace.
that was like the cover.
Medusa Head on Me.
Yes,
Illuminati?
I know that song, but wasn't it like not a cover, but like
Not a cover.
an intro song?
No. Intro song to what? That was a full song.
I don't know. It was like under 2 minutes, was it not?
No.
What am I thinking of?
I don't know what you're thinking of, but it's a good. It's a two. I think it's like a good 2 minutes 54 seconds or 3 minutes.
Okay.
Chinatown, Hannah Montana, Handsome and Wealthy, Bad and Bougie T-shirt. They got records. They got records.
I miss the days when they had like rock bands going on and doing actual concerts
Nothing is gonna top.
instead of pop.
Nothing is going to top Michael Jackson performing at
I'll
the
give you
Super
that.
Bowl.
Well,
Nothing.
there were other good performances. I liked Bruce Springsteen.
Nothing is going to top Michael Jackson performing at the Super Bowl.
Bullshit. His sister. Hey.
Like I said. So, anyways, I think that's it, man. I think that's it for this week. I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl. Patriots winning. I should have put money down, but I'm not going to.
I got my Julio Jones jersey ready.
You expedited your Julio Jones.
Expedited shipping. I'm a Falcons fan for like 3 hours.
You got two jerseys. You got your Julio Jones jersey, and then you got your Rob Gronkowski jersey, just in case.
No, I don't.
Just in case they switch up, and you had to take. You know how those people that have like the two shirts.
Yeah.
And you take it off.
But they do that for the laughs. That's all it is. Like I mean, I first of all, I get the jerseys of the players that I like from fantasy. So
we have that, and
looking forward to more Trump bullshit.
I'm hiding again. I told you what the fucking plan is. Viewers, you already know what I keep calling you guys viewers. You already know what the plan is. I'm hiding in my house for 4 years. 4 hours. 4 years. And
that's gonna be a very pleasant 4 years for me.
Yeah, man. And that's it. So next episode, you will see us with video. You
Hopefully
will see us
this
a lot
time.
more organized. You'll see two ugly niggas talking about some things. You're ugly. Stop.
It wasn't. It was the N-word.
You're half. You're kind of half. You're like nigga Jace. You're on some pale white skin shit.
Okay, you know what? Catch me outside.
Catch me outside. How about that? Hey, shout out to the girl. Catch me outside, girl. I like her. I gotta sit down and talk to her. I just want to know.
Do like a 60 minutes.
I gotta do it I gotta do a 60 minutes interview. I've been Diane Sawyer for like 60 minutes. Can I do that?
Oh my god.
All right, man. I hope you all have a good week.
Until Wednesday.
Yeah, till Wednesday. You can follow me at JadaDon718. I don't know yours.
How dare you not put me first? My name is first. I should go first.
Alphabetical letter order.
Alphabetical letter
Order.
So then it should be him. C. Okay.
You look like a jalapeno popper.
Yo, he's gonna turn into Domino's Pizza.
Mike check _12.
Yep.
And Bruno CC Sound Guy.
Wait, hold on. At the CC Sound? Yeah, at the CC Sound Guy.
Hit us up on Twitter. We're gonna get some other social media stuff up running too by next Wednesday. So, till then, toodaloo, peace, sayonara.
1.